Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in to News 9 Live. You're watching this special edition of Top Stories from a studio live here in the National Capital Region. And I'm wearing a suit that is tailor-made for me by Paul Mall. Let's go straight into the news of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, in the latest update from Manipur, several students sustained injuries when security forces fired multiple rounds of tear gas shells to disperse a stone-pelting mob in Moirangkhom, Imphal, just about 200 meters from the Chief Minister's Secretariat. These students were participating in a rally that originated from How grounds in the state capital. The rally aimed to protest the kidnapping and murder of two youths who had gone missing in July, and their photos had recently gone viral on social media. Whilst chanting, "We want justice," the students were marching towards Chief Minister Biren Singh's residence. Langthengba, a student leader leading the rally, stated that we demand the immediate arrest of the killers of the two students within 24 hours and the recovery of their bodies for proper last rites. We also seek a meeting with the Chief Minister to voice our grievances. How can we focus on our studies? Coming from the students' leader, how can we focus on our studies when our friends and classmates are brutally murdered? Well, now, efforts were made by the police to facilitate a meeting between student representatives and both the Chief Minister and the Governor of the state. However, the situation escalated suddenly as some students began pelting stones, leading to security forces to come in, including the RAF personnel, firing numerous tear gas shells to disperse the crowd. The incident occurred a day after a clash between RAF personnel and the locals that left 45 protesters, primarily students, injured. Meanwhile, in another development, the Manipur government has declared the entire state as a disturbed area, ladies and gentlemen. We have visuals of the order copy as well, because this is another significant development in Manipur. The entire state by the government of Manipur has been declared as a disturbed area under the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, the AFSPA. This has been brought in for 6 months due to the prevailing law and order situation. Now, notably, and take a look at this order, notably, this status will not be implemented in areas under the jurisdiction of 19 police stations, and one of those 19 police stations includes the capital, that is Imphal. Now, meanwhile, even as protests are taking place and we've got a new order copy of AFSPA being implemented in the state, promulgated in the state for the next 6 months, barring 19 police station areas. In response to the situation, a CBI team led by the agency's special director, Ajay Bhatnagar, that team has arrived in Imphal, ladies and gentlemen. That team is going to carry out the investigations. There's a reaction coming across from Ajay Bhatnagar himself. Let's quickly listen in.
उसके लिए दूसरा लोग थोड़ा सा साइड में जो माहौल जो सर यहाँ पर बना हुआ है तरीके से देखते हैं और दोनों समुदाय के बीच में शांति बहाली कैसे होगी सर आप यहाँ पहुँचे हैं उसके लिए दूसरा लोग थोड़ा सा साइड में जो माहौल जो सर यहाँ पर बना हुआ है तरीके से देखते हैं और दोनों समुदाय के बीच में शांति बहाली कैसे होगी सर आप यहाँ पहुँचे हैं.
Well, not a lot coming out there in terms of answers per se, but take a look at this. Another story that's originating from the northeast. Amidst ongoing tensions at the Assam Meghalaya border, fresh clashes erupted at the Lapangup village. Locals from both sides attacked each other with bows and arrows, proper ancient style warfare, and catapults as well. All of this in a bid to establish dominance over this disputed village. Sophisticated arms in Manipur, not so sophisticated arms over here. However, the tussle is of course over this disputed village. Now, the Lapangup village is located along the boundary between Meghalaya's West Jaintia Hills district and Assam's West Karbi Anglong district. Police forces from both states later took control of the situation and were able to placate the locals. No major injuries have been reported in the incident so far, but you can see visuals of catapults being used, of bows and arrows that are being used in this particular warfare. The clashes took place nearly 2 weeks after Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and his Meghalaya counterpart Conrad Sangma, held a meeting in Shillong. The two discussed ways to resolve border disputes between the states, amongst other topics. Shifting our focus here, ladies and gentlemen, the National Investigation Agency, the NIA, today conducted raids at over 50 plus locations across 6 states as the NIA continues its crackdown against the terrorist gangster nexus. This vis-a-vis the India-Canada standoff. Now, raids were carried out in the states of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, one place each in Uttarakhand and Delhi as well. Now, the raids were carried out at the premises which are linked to gangsters like Lawrence Bishnoi, Davinder Bambiha, Arsh Dalla and others. The NIA has detained one person during the raid, Sundar, also known as Jora. He hails from Punjab's Firozpur and is a close associate of gangster turned terrorist Arsh Dalla. He will now be interrogated in Chandigarh. Moreover, pistols, ammunition, large number of digital devices and incriminating material have also been seized and recovered during the raids. Sources with the NIA have said that gangsters based in Punjab have links with Khalistani sympathizers based in other countries. As per the NIA, the nexus is involved in terror funding, drugs and weapon supply and conducting anti-India activities from foreign soil. Now, let's shift our focus to more domestic politics taking shape down south. The Janata Dal Secular, the JDS, might be facing intra-party trouble as the party confirmed its alliance with the BJP. There are reports that several Muslim leaders have decided to resign in protest against the JDS High Command's decision to join the BJP-led National Democratic Alliance. Now, amid these ongoing speculations, JDS leader H.D. Kumaraswamy has said that his party will not disrespect any Muslim leader in the JDS BJP Alliance. He also said that all discussions related to the alliance were discussed with the state party president CM Ibrahim. Kumaraswamy also said that there were no resignations because of the alliance with the BJP and that the party would not suffer any loss because of this new alliance. Responding to the talks of Muslim leaders leaving, JDS party supremo H.D. Devegowda said that it was a negative propaganda made by the Congress party.
See, how many seats? Only under the leadership of Ibrahim, we have contested. He worked so hard. But the negative propaganda made by Congress, we are unable to get what the strength from the minority. It is only Congress headed by Siddaramaiah and his colleague. I don't want to say another Muslim leader whom we have groomed. I don't want to take his name. We came to Tumkur to defeat Devegowda. I don't want to take their names. A man who's now by the side of me, I can trust. He said, till the death of your good self and Kumar, I will not go.
Nobody is resigning. Some workers, they will resign. For that, actually, I am not actually given any scope for that. Let us say.
September 21, Karnataka you also support.
No. That is different issue. Let us say.
As we all know now, JDS and BJP is a part of NDA Alliance. So on that basis, Mr. Yediyurappa is one of the tallest leaders today in Karnataka, which we all know. So I just came here to take his blessings personally. So we always share a good bonding. In fact, 2006 and 7 government, when BJP and JDS collated. At that time, Shri H.D. Kumaraswamy's tenure as Chief Minister has given a lot of programs, and so did Yediyurappa ji in his tenure. So I have great regards on Yediyurappa ji, so I came here to take his blessings. I think there are around 3 or 4 people who have showed their disregards, but later on probably we'll sit and have a discussion on that. Right? As of now, I don't want to comment on that.
Since about 25 to 30 years I am with the party. Our party is standing on certain principles of secularism, and we have always propagated the principles of secularism to the voters, to the general public, and whenever we have been to the voters asking for their votes, we have always told them we stand on the secular principles and we work for all and we consider all the people equally. Now, if my party is joining hands with a party which creates rift between the communities and castes, like what they have done in Gujarat in 2002 and in Manipur and various other places in the country where double engine is working. And even in Karnataka, when double engine Sarkar was there, when the BJP was ruling in the center and the BJP itself was ruling in the state, they created havoc in Karnataka by raising issues such as hijab, azan, halal, jatka, and opposing to the people doing small businesses. Wherever Muslims are doing any business near any mandir or temple, the BJP used to oppose and support the people who oppose them. Hence, I think that's not the way our India should progress, and it will be detrimental to the progress of our country. Hence, the secular forces are not going to abide or agree with the BJP, which creates rift between the people.
Sir, how many?
For your information, all the people or all the parties other than the BJP who are in disagreement with the BJP right from when they are existing. Hence, anybody joining hands with the BJP, they only join, but all others will have different mind setup. So among them, how many?
Well, all right. So that's the tussle between the JDS BJP Alliance. Several leaders, now seeking the way out. Muslim leaders specifically. Nikhil Kumaraswamy over there saying, we will have those talks, which are vimash hoga, and we'll try to reason with those leaders. Meanwhile, shifting our focus on the state of Karnataka, albeit a different story. BJP leaders today carried out protests against the Karnataka government in Bengaluru over the issue of the Cauvery river water supply to Tamil Nadu. BJP leader and former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, he staged a sit-in protest against the Congress government at the Gandhi statue in the Vidhana Sauda. He was joined by JDS leader and another former Chief Minister, H.D. Kumaraswamy. Now, protesters raised slogans against the Chief Minister K. Siddaramaiah and Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar. They accused them of being agents of the DMK government in Tamil Nadu and said that they were acting in order to keep the Congress-DMK alliance intact. Now, the Cauvery Water Regulation Committee, it has ordered the Karnataka government to release 3,000 cusecs of water to Tamil Nadu for a period of 15 days starting on the 28th of September. That's tomorrow. The Karnataka government has, however, said that it is incapable of meeting the demand and it will be challenging the CWRC order in the Supreme Court.
Water. For that only we are sitting dharna here. Our MLA, MLC, MPs, only about 25-30% we are going to sit dharna. Afterwards we will take decision what should be the future fight about our, we are going to take decision.
Siddaramaiah said that you are playing politics in this issue. In Cauvery issue, even knowing after the reality, why Yediyurappa is playing politics in this issue?
Our Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar, they must know, they should not behave like a Tamil Nadu agents. They must realize the actual facts. In almost all our reservoirs, water was not at all sufficient for even drinking purpose. Even then, they are releasing the water. That means they are behaving like a Tamil Nadu agents. That's why we are protesting
Can
today.
Prime Minister intervene in this?
It is not possible because you know very well, Prime Minister can't interfere in this because it is in the case in the Supreme Court. For that, Prime Minister it's not possible for him to interfere in this matter. Only
CM is satisfying the ego of Tamil Nadu government, sir?
CM and also our irrigation minister Shivkumar, both of them behave like a Tamil Nadu agents. That is that we are facing the problem.
ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರು ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಬೆಳೆಯನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರವೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ 40 ಲಕ್ಷ ಹೆಕ್ಟೇರ್ ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರು ಬಿತ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ಬೆಳೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ನಾಶ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಸರ್ಕಾರವೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಸ್ಥಳ ಪರಿಶೀಲನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರಗಾಲದ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಮೀನಾಮೇಷ ಎಣಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ಸರ್ಕಾರ.
About the 3,000 cusecs water, yes, they can go to the court, but the Cauvery authority, water management authority itself, they should act effectively countered, presented a very good argument. Now, since the inflow is not there, they should tell what is the inflow. Based on the inflow only we can let the water, no? Since there is no inflow of water, there is no rains, they should have taken Tamil Nadu government into confidence, which they have not done, and they are not trying to impress. They should have got an expert team to come into the field, how the state of Karnataka has been affected. Last time the surplus water was there in the Mettur dam, how they were given the advantage, even in this distress condition also, disturbing the ecosystem even for drinking water. The state of Karnataka, we are short of drinking water.
The Cauvery issue is beyond politics for us. The state has repeatedly failed to impress upon the Cauvery Water Management Authority the grim water situation in Karnataka. In the last 5-6 decades, this is the most steepest deficit that the state has faced. 60% deficit in rainfall. Out of the 34 taluks in the Cauvery water basin, 32 are declared as severely drought prone. Bengaluru and Karnataka's 4 to 5 districts dependent on Cauvery need about 106 TMC of water in this year. That is the requirement. Whereas the water that we have in our reservoirs today is just 50 TMC of water. Karnataka primarily gets rains from the southwest monsoon, which is already exhausted. Tamil Nadu still has the potential of receiving bounty rainfall from the northeast monsoons, which is yet to arrive. All of these are the grim reality of the state of Karnataka as regards the Cauvery water issue. The state, however, has from the starting of August till now, in every Cauvery Water Management Authority meeting, severely failed to present this reality. As a result of that, the state is facing adverse orders. This is not an issue of politics. This is an issue where we are trying to wake up the state governments from its hibernation.
See, we are challenging the orders of the regulatory committee before the Supreme Court. I have discussed with the advocates and they have opined that it should be challenged.
Well, now, even as 3,000 cusecs of water is supposed to be released into Tamil Nadu from tomorrow onwards, Karnataka government says they are going to move the Supreme Court vis-a-vis the Cauvery Water Regulatory Authority's order. All eyes on the Supreme Court tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, but all eyes on the show tonight at 10 p.m. as well. The big show at 10 p.m. Today, our premiere, Duologue, TV9's MD and CEO Varun Das in a candid conversation with the founder of Isha Foundation and spiritual leader Sadhguru.
How do you define success, and is success important?
Success is the only thing that's there in life.
So between happiness and success, which would you prioritize?
Happiness is also success, isn't it?
And then success leads you to happiness?
No.
Then?
Why do you need happiness when you're successful?
How do you feel once you're successful? There's a feeling.
Yeah,
happiness is an expression of your
already
feeling.
Exuberant and blissed out.
An ordinary person like me.
You're a very special guy. You keep on saying, I'm ordinary, I'm ordinary.
No, as I said, ordinary is extraordinary. So maybe somewhere in my mind, I believe that I'm extraordinary.
duologue with Varun Das featuring Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev. World premiere on Connected TV. Tonight at 10, only on Newsline Live. India's first and only digital exclusive English news stream for Connected TV. Supported by Alliance Broadband.
Well, so you can catch that premiere tonight at 10 p.m. across our News 9 Mediaverse and on Connected Television as well. But shifting our focus back, One Nation, One Poll was again in the headlines today. The Law Commission of India has wrapped up its recent meeting, with sources indicating that the finalizing of the comprehensive document will necessitate additional time, accompanied by subsequent meetings as well. These deliberations pertain to a critical aspect of India's democratic process, the possibility of implementing the concept of one nation, one poll. Now, the sources elaborated that achieving a seamless and adaptable framework for simultaneous elections at both the national and the state levels may necessitate certain constitutional amendments. This ambitious endeavor aims to synchronize the electoral cycles to minimize frequent disruptions and optimize governance efficiency. Now, in a related development, there are expectations that a detailed report concerning the reduction of the age of consent will be released soon. This report holds significance in the context of various legal and societal matters as well. One nation, one poll, the Law Commission meeting, it ended today. It says it needs more time, but that report on reduction of age for consent, that's going to be out soon. And moving on, Bharatiya Janata Party veteran leader Kailash Vijayvargiya has said that he had quote-unquote no wish to contest in the upcoming assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh. This after his name was mentioned in the candidates list released by the Bharatiya Janata Party just a few days ago. Addressing his supporters at an event, the 67-year-old leader, veteran BJP leader, said that he had no desire to contest the polls and was actually surprised to see his name in the list. He also said that being a senior leader, he was under the impression that his role will be limited to giving speeches for the other candidates and not going on ground asking for votes with folded hands. Vijayvargiya, however, said that he will respect the party's decision and will file his candidature from Indore, one seat.
एक नंबरी कार्यकर्ता सब मिलकर इस विधानसभा को विकास में एक नंबरी बनाएंगे ना? तो मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं, मेरे को जितना समय मिलेगा मैं आऊंगा, जितने दरवाजे जा पाऊं जाने की कोशिश करूंगा। नहीं जा पाया तो आपकी जवाबदारी है कि विधानसभा क्षेत्र क्रमांक 1 का एक भी दरवाजा छूटे नहीं। आप स्वयं कैलाश विजयवर्गीय बन के लोगों के चरण स्पर्श करके उनसे आशीर्वाद लें और एक रिकॉर्ड जीत यहां पर होना चाहिए, ये मेरी आपसे अपेक्षा है। इसलिए कि मेरी लड़ने की इच्छा ही नहीं, एकदम 1% भी इच्छा नहीं थी। एक माइंडसेट होता है ना लड़ने का, अपने को तो जाना भाषण, अब बड़े नेता हो गए, अब हाथ जोड़ने का जाएंगे तो भाषण देना और निकल जाना, भाषण देना और निकल जाना, ये सोचा था हमने तो प्लान ये बनाया था कि रोज 8 सभा करनी है, 5 हेलीकॉप्टर से और 3 कार से, इस प्रकार रोज 8 सभा करनी है इस पूरे चुनाव में, और ऐसा प्लान भी बन गया था। पर आप जो सोचते वो होता क्या, भगवान की जो इच्छा होती वही होता है। तो भगवान की ऐसी इच्छा थी कि मैं चुनाव लड़ूं, एक बार फिर से जनता के बीच में जाऊं, तो ईश्वर की इच्छा थी तो मैं एक बार फिर से उम्मीदवार, मुझे अभी भी विश्वास नहीं हो रहा है कि मैं उम्मीदवार हूँ, सच कह रहा हूँ मैं, मेरे को लग ही नहीं रहा है कि मुझे टिकट मिल गया।
देखो, कांग्रेस के पास अब कुछ बचा नहीं है अपने बचाव में कहने को, और बड़े और छोटा भारतीय जनता पार्टी में होता नहीं। सभी कार्यकर्ता का भाव लिए रहते हैं हम लोग, हमारा शीर्ष नेतृत्व भी और हम भी। पार्टी जो काम देती है उसको सहर्ष करते हैं, पार्टी जहां खड़ा करती है वहां खड़े हो जाते हैं। इसलिए ये बड़े छोटे का भाव कांग्रेस में होता है, इसलिए वो ऐसा सोचते हैं और देखते हैं।
घबराहट का माहौल बता रहे हैं
हम लगातार, हमें 20 साल से इनसे वोट ज्यादा लिए, इनसे क्या घबराएंगे, सब देखे वाले लोग हैं, हमारे लगातार हराते रहे, हटाते रहे। हाँ, अभी हमने हारी हुई सीटों पर घोषित किए, पहले से क्या है कि ये उन्हीं पे पहले घोषित करेंगे, और जो हम जीतते हैं वो जीतेंगे।
अब कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जैसे वरिष्ठ नेता कह रहे हैं कि हाथ जोड़ना पड़ेगा जनता का। अरे भाई, जनता के पास तो जब जोड़ना पड़ेगा, ये जनता भगवान है। जो प्रजातंत्र का मंदिर है, चाहे विधानसभा हो लोकसभा हो, जनता भगवान है, इसके हाथ में जोड़ना पड़ेगा। उसमें इनको परेशानी आ रही है। और बाकी जितने भी हैं, तोमर जी का भी स्टेटमेंट मैंने देखा, उन्होंने कहा कि जो हाईकमांड का आदेश, तो कुल मिला के ये सब नेता कोई लड़ना नहीं चाहते, क्योंकि सबको मालूम है कि स्थिति बद से बदतर है। ये एक भी नहीं जीतेगा। जितने नेताओं के नाम आए ना, कि क्योंकि इनने लोकसभा में रह के कुछ किया नहीं है, तो इनकी स्थिति वो आम कार्यकर्ता जो लड़ता बेचारा भारतीय जनता पार्टी का, जो 50 साल से ढोरा इस पार्टी को, दरी बिछा रहा है, उनको बाहर कर दिया। इसलिए कई लोगों ने इस्तीफे दे दिए। तो कुल मिला के ये इनकी जो पहली स्टेप है, इसमें ये बुरी तरह ध्वस्त हो चुके हैं, फेल हो चुके हैं। और इसलिए मैं बार बार कहता हूँ कि अब 114 नहीं, जनता ने तय के लिए 174 से ज्यादा सीटें आएंगी कांग्रेस की, कमलनाथ जी के नेतृत्व सरकार में, जिससे कोई खरीद फरोख्त न कर पाए।
Well, so Kailash Vijayvargiya, well, he thought he's going to campaign for other leaders. Now he'll have to go fold hands at each of the, voters' doorsteps. A tough task for Kailash Vijayvargiya this time around. He still can't believe it that he is, in fact, a ticket holder in the upcoming elections. But when we're talking about Madhya Pradesh elections, another political development, Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav, he arrived in Rewa in Madhya Pradesh as part of his campaign efforts in the poll-bound state. The SP leader has already unveiled its 6 candidates for the parliamentary seats in Madhya Pradesh, and Akhilesh Yadav is set to actively campaign on their behalf. Now, during his 2-day visit, Akhilesh Yadav will engage in meetings with party workers, address a public gathering in Rewa's Sirmaur constituency, and conduct discussions with party officials and district presidents from the state. Speaking on the occasion, the SP Supremo emphasized the party's long-standing presence in Madhya Pradesh, highlighting the need for socialist ideologies in the region. He also expressed concerns about issues such as unemployment, inflation and injustice on the rise, and expressed hopes for the Samajwadi Party to secure more seats in the upcoming elections.
आप उद्योगपतियों का पैसा माफ कर दोगे, बैंकों से जो पैसा लिया बड़े बड़े लोगों ने उसका माफ कर दोगे। अगर वही पैसा आप उनसे ले लेते तो न जाने कितने गरीबों का घर और कितनी माताओं बहनों को 5,000 से लेकर के 6,000 रुपया ये पेंशन मिल जाती, उन्हें कहीं दूसरी तरफ नहीं जाना पड़ता। इसलिए जहां योजनाएं लागू करनी है, हमें अगर विशेष आदिवासी माताओं बहनों के लिए योजना चालू करनी पड़ेगी तो हम लोग करने का काम करेंगे। हमारे समाजवादी साथी जानते होंगे, जिस समय नेताजी सोनभद्र, मिर्जापुर और बनारस के इलाके में जो आदिवासी माताओं बहनों के बीच में गए थे, उसी समय उन्होंने मन बना लिया था कि अपनी बेटियों की पढ़ाई के लिए हम कन्या विद्याधन योजना चलाने का काम करेंगे। और जिस समय नेताजी मुख्यमंत्री थे तो 20,000 रुपया उन माताओं बहनों की बेटियों को देने का काम किया जाता था। जब पिछली समाजवादी सरकार थी तो 30,000 रुपए दिया जाता था। हम अपनी मध्य प्रदेश की बहनों को और खासकर आदिवासी बहनों को कह करके जा रहे हैं कि हमें सरकार की तरफ से बेटी के जन्म पर अगर मां को भी पैसा देना पड़ेगा तो हम लोग पैसा दे करके उसकी मदद करने का काम करेंगे। चाहे हमें 25,000 रुपए देना पड़े, चाहे 50,000 रुपया देना पड़े, हम समाजवादी लोग उनको दे कहने करके सम्मान बढ़ाने का काम करेंगे। आज भी आदिवासी वैसे के वैसे हैं, न उनके बच्चे पढ़ पा रहे हैं, न पढ़ाई का इंतजाम है, और जो पढ़ाई का इंतजाम भी अगर अच्छा है तो कहां पढ़ करके जा पा रहे हैं। आप बताइए, सरकारी स्कूल में कहीं पढ़ाई हो रही हो तो बताएं। हाँ, मैं सरकारी स्कूलों में कोई पढ़ाई नहीं, और जो किताबें वो समय पर नहीं मिल रही, जो कपड़े मिलने चाहिए वो समय पर नहीं, खाने के इंतजाम में भ्रष्टाचार, और जो भर्ती हो रही है उसमें भ्रष्टाचार। जो हमारे अध्यापक हैं उन्हें भी ऐसा मौका नहीं मिल रहा कि अच्छी पढ़ाई करा सके, उनकी भी ट्रेनिंग नहीं। जब अध्यापक अच्छे नहीं होंगे तो हमारे बच्चे भी अच्छा नहीं पढ़ पाएंगे। अगर कोई जिम्मेदार है इसके लिए तो वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी है, जो पिछले कई वर्षों से लगातार मध्य प्रदेश के बीच में सरकार चलाने का काम कर रही है।
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking about national politics. We've spoken about what's happening in Karnataka. We brought you a story from Kerala. We showed you what leaders in Madhya Pradesh are feeling like, and Samajwadi Party chief himself, who's kicked off the campaign in Madhya Pradesh. Now, when we're talking about all these leaders, we have to talk about the Prime Minister as well, because the Prime Minister was in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh yesterday. But today, Prime Minister, who's already on a 2-day visit to Gujarat, he launched projects worth rupees 4,500 crore related to the education sector. And that's not all. He addressed a public gathering in Bodeli town of tribal-dominated Chota Udaipur district. School infrastructure across Gujarat is slated to get a massive boost as the Prime Minister dedicated to the nation and laid the foundation stone of multiple projects worth more than 4,500 crore rupees under the program Mission Schools of Excellence. Thousands of new classrooms, smart classrooms, computer labs, STEM labs, and other infrastructure has been built across schools in Gujarat that is going to be dedicated to the nation by the Prime Minister. He also laid the foundation stone for improving and upgrading thousands of classrooms across Gujarat schools under the mission. Listen in.
અને આ બધું કઈ મુખ્યમંત્રી કે પ્રધાનમંત્રી બન્યા પછી થયું જેવું નથી, એનાથી પણ પહેલેથી. અને ત્યારે તો એક સામાન્ય કાર્યકર્તા તરીકે બસમાં આવું અને છોટાઉદેપુર આવું, તમારે લેલે દાદાની ઝૂંપડીમાં જવું. અને લેલે દાદાની અહીંયા ઘણા બધા હશે જેમણે લેલે દાદા જોડે કામ કર્યું હશે. અને આ બાજુ દાહોદથી ઉમરગામનો આખો પટ્ટો જુઓ तो लीमड़ी को, संतरामपुर को, जालोद को, दाहोद को, गोधरा, हालोल, कालोल, आम जયારે મારો રૂટ જ રહેતો, બસમાં આવવાનું, બધાને મળીને કામ કાર્યક્રમો કરીને હાલવાનું. ક્યારેક નવરો પડું તો કાયાવરણ જઈ આવું, મહાદેવના અત્યારે ભોલેનાથના ચરણોમાં જરા આંટો મારી આવું. અનેક અમારા માલસરમાં કહો કે અમારા પોરગામ કહો કે પોરમાં या नारेश्वर પણ મારું બહુ જવાનું થતું, કરનાળી અનેક વાર જતો, સાવલી, અને સાવલીમાં તો.
And that's not all. Well, soon after his Bodeli visit, the PM visited Vadodara, where the Prime Minister attended and addressed the Nari Shakti Vandana Abhinandan Karyakram. Now, this event commemorated the successful passage of the Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyam in both the houses of the Parliament, fostering a woman-led development. And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, it's no news that the lunar hangover is still not over. The elixir of our success for landing on the south pole of the moon, the dark side of the moon, it is still not over. And we've already put our other aircraft, the Aditya L1, that is on its way to the Lagrangian point 1 to study the sun. Well, take a look at this now. ISRO Chairman S. Somnath shared updates on the upcoming mission to Venus during a speech at the Indian National Science Academy in the national capital. He mentioned that the mission to explore Venus is already configured and payloads have been developed for it. Venus is of particular interest due to its unique characteristics, such as a thick atmosphere with high atmospheric pressure and acidity. Studying Venus can provide valuable insights into space science and may help answer questions about the evolution of the planets like Earth. Somnath also mentioned previous Venus missions conducted by the European Space Agency and Japan. Venus, often referred to as Earth's twin, holds a significant scientific importance in our solar system, ladies and gentlemen. But that's not all. The ISRO chairman also spoke about what's coming up next for India in terms of missions. The Gaganyaan, our manned mission into space. He spoke about that. He touched upon various critical features of that. Listen in to what he had to say.
Another interesting challenge coming in front of us after the soft landing of moon. And the next question I face every year is, what is new in ISRO? I would like to tell you it's a goal of sending an Indian to space and bring him back safely, for which we are currently working very hard. And it's a complex engineering problem of putting a few people inside and taking them up in the space and bring them back safely is a very complex problem. And we face huge challenges in terms of engineering. And I want to tell you, there is no help from anybody. This area, you don't get technology, you don't get help what I get is some literature and some discussion topics, some points which I can understand, and we have to engineer everything around that experience. And none of us in ISRO has any experience of flying human beings. Of course, US or Russia never had it before they flew the first human being. But today, we have to work it on this with a very limited budget on how to make this possible, and we are on it. And I want to tell you, we are going to have a very interesting mission called the Crew Escape System Test Mission next month. And this October, we are going to launch it with the crew module, the crew escape system going up, and we will show that it can be recovered in case of an emergency developing in the rocket.
India's space odyssey, ladies and gentlemen, from that small church in Kerala, well, now aiming for the stars, the biggest star in our solar system. What's coming up next? Well, big things. Gaganyaan, Shukrayaan, the Venus mission, the manned mission into space. Big things. And when we're talking about big things, the big show at 10 p.m. today, ladies and gentlemen. Duologue, TV9's MD and CEO Varun Das in a candid conversation with founder of the Isha Foundation and spiritual leader Sadhguru.
How do you define success? And is success important?
Success is the only thing that's there in life.
So between happiness and success, which would you prioritize?
Happiness is also success, isn't it?
And then success leads you to happiness?
No.
Then?
Why do you need happiness when you're successful?
How do you feel once you're successful? There's a feeling. Happiness is an expression of your
already
feeling.
Exuberant and blissed out.
An ordinary person like me.
You're a very special guy, you keep on saying I'm ordinary, I'm ordinary.
No, as I said, ordinary is extraordinary. So maybe somewhere in my mind, the belief that I'm extraordinary.
Duologue with Varun Das featuring Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev. World premiere on Connected TV. Tonight at 10, only on Newsline Live. India's first and only digital exclusive English news stream for Connected TV. Supported by Alliance Broadband.
Well, you can catch that exclusive tonight at 10 p.m., ladies and gentlemen, all across the News 9 Live Mediaverse and our connected television as well. We're shifting our focus to the story at hand. A massive fire broke out at a chemical factory located in the industrial area of Chanalon in Korali in Punjab. This devastating blaze resulted in the injury of 8 individuals, and 5 of them have been promptly admitted to the Phase 6 Civil Hospital. The alarming situation prompted the dispatch of 7 fire tenders from nearby regions to the site. Now, firefighters have been confronting immense challenges in battling and tackling this inferno, primarily due to the combustion of a large quantity of highly flammable liquid within the factory. The situation got even more complicated after small explosions were heard and originated from the building as well. The authorities are working diligently to contain the fire and ensure the safety of nearby structures. Responding to the emergency, a team of doctors and ambulances was also swiftly mobilized to provide medical assistance. Additionally, the Kharar Sub-Divisional Magistrate Ravinder Singh personally oversaw the situation and took stock on the ground. And every day we're bringing you details of how India is shining in Hangzhou at the Asian Games 2023. It was yet another glorious day for India at the Asian Games. On Wednesday, it was the shooters who ran riot at the arena, securing several medals in different categories. Shooter Sifat Kaur Samra clinched gold as she broke the world record in women's 50-meter rifle 3 positions individual event. In the same event, India's Ashi Choksi, bagged the bronze medal. Moving on to the 25-meter pistol team event, where the Indian team of Manu Bhakar, Isha Singh and Ridhim Sangwan secured the gold medal. A silver medal was also secured in the 50-meter 3 positions women's team event. The team comprised of Ashi Choksi, Manini Kaushik and Sifat Kaur. Isha Singh grabbed silver in the 25-meter women's pistol final. The India men's team also secured a bronze in the skeet 50 team event. While in the individual men's skeet final, Anantjeet Singh was able to bag the silver medal. India's medals tally has now risen to 22. That has 5 gold medals, 7 silver medals and 10 bronze medals. But kudos to the shooting team of the Indian contingent at the Asian Games.
So it was a splendid day. I shot really well in the qualifications yesterday as well as today. I did a total of 590, which is amazing. Then in the final round, unfortunately, I couldn't do the individual podium finish. However, we won the team gold, which is pretty. and I'm really thankful and really proud that we were able to win gold for India.
It feels great, sir. Indeed, it feels awesome to make your country proud. It's a special feeling. Well, it's really great that we all had a hand in bringing each other upwards and, empowering each other. And it feels awesome. We all feel goosebumps. It was awesome. It was amazing. It's a feeling that you can, never really get over with.
I really cannot put it into words how I'm feeling because my emotions are like all over the place. But I feel a prominent emotion right now I'm feeling is gratitude. I'm just very grateful for the people I have in my life, the kind of comfort I have in my life and the way I performed today. I'm very happy that we have such a strong team and we have a good bonding together too. And I feel all of us performed very nicely and I'm very happy for everyone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, we're proud as well. And not just women empowerment and growth, but women-led empowerment and growth. And what better example? And when we're talking about accolades and laurels at a national level, on the international platform, take a look at this. Malayalam film 2018, that's the name of the film, has earned India's Oscar nomination. A movie that has been subtitled as Everyone is a Hero. This 2018 film, it depicts the 2018 Kerala flood tragedy. The film, directed by Jude Anthony Joseph, and the movie boasts a star-studded ensemble as well. Released back in May, it's a critical and commercial triumph, setting new box office records as well. Chairing a 16-member selection committee, filmmaker Girish Kasaravali cited the film's climate change theme as the reason for its selection. Now, among the 22 contenders, including The Kerala Story, Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani, Mrs. Chatterjee vs. Norway, Balagam, Valvi, Baplyok, and August 16, 1947, the film 2018, it completely stands out. It will vie for the Best International Feature Film Oscar, previously known as the Best Foreign Film. Now, important to note here that no Indian entry has been nominated for Best International Feature Film at the Oscars since Lagan back in 2002. Only 2 other films have previously made it to the final 5. Mother India, starring Nargis, and Meera Nair's Salam Bombay. The Oscars will be held on the 10th of March in 2024. 2018, India's Oscar nomination, ladies and gentlemen. And moving on, the CBI has initiated a preliminary inquiry into alleged financial irregularities during the renovation of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's official residence. This inquiry is not a criminal case, but marks the initial step in a potential criminal investigation. The CBI has requested all renovation-related documents from the Public Works Department of the Delhi government with a submission deadline of the 3rd of October. The CBI's probe aims to determine whether there was wasteful expenditure or financial irregularities in the repair work carried out at the Chief Minister's residence. The Aam Aadmi Party has criticized the inquiry, alleging political motivations and claiming that the BJP is attempting to undermine the party. The Aam Aadmi Party maintains its confidence in Kejriwal's leadership and has asserted that the investigation will not deter his commitment to the welfare of the common people. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, it's a wrap on today's top stories that we brought you live from the studio in the national capital. I'm wearing a suit tailor-made for me by Paul Mall. This is what we're styled by. But that's all the time we have for you. This is Kabir Naqvi signing off. Lots more coming right on News 9 Live. Don't go anywhere.
How do you define success? And is success important?
Success is the only thing that's there in life.
So between happiness and success, which would you prioritize?
Happiness is also success, isn't it?
And then success leads you to happiness?
No.
Then?
Why do you need happiness when you're successful?
How do you feel once you're successful? There's a feeling. Happiness is an expression of your
already exuberant and blissed out.
An ordinary person like me.
You're a very special guy, you keep on saying I'm ordinary, I'm ordinary.
No, as I said, ordinary is extraordinary. So maybe somewhere in my mind, I believe that I'm extraordinary.
Duologue with Varun Das featuring Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev. World premiere on Connected TV. Tonight at 10, only on Newsline Live. India's first and only digital exclusive English news stream for Connected TV. Supported by Alliance Broadband.
3 years after the deadly Galwan clashes, India has doubled the pace of infrastructure creation on the border. India's Border Road Organization is accomplishing mission impossible, creating infrastructure to secure us from our foes across the Himalayas.
Look at China. They don't have to climb up like us. Once they are on the Tibetan plateau, the construction work, the maintenance work, everything is fairly easy.
On India's 77th Independence Day, an all-women unit of Border Roads Organization led by Colonel Ponung Doving inaugurated the world's highest motorable road. Ladakh is strategically